Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Houston Texans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Yo, beard. Yeah, I'm broadcasting. Yeah.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Hatchet. Kill.
They'll try and run for it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jets have recovered. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. but the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd and 2, Cash. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this one is right through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now a handoff looking right.
Come on, man. He turned my man all the way around. He turned the computer
10 yards
all
on
the
the
way around.
pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
Set, ready. Hey, go. You're not ready. You're not ready. Check 26. Check. Go. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Check 52. No.
They'll try and run for it with Foster. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On 1st and 10, Cash eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, Cash. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Check, 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 check. Check 15.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linemen.
Right to his ass. Damn. Talk about gifting. Gifting.
Reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 21-yard line.
Yeah, 50, Pittsburgh. 59. Watch
From the gun, Cash being chased out left. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check it back, check it back.
Operating from the gun, Cash. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 11. Oh, look at the juke. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of two. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, 96 is coming. We go Mike 96. Go. Mike 96. Mike 96.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off near the 42. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike, check, 59.
2nd and 6. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They bumped the shit out of him. Good shit, man.
3rd down there, but
this
he
fucking man ran
connect.
a pick and knocked my dude right off
Problems on
course.
3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 50-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep trying.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football.
Oh,
It's
man,
loose.
fucking ID this nigga.
That ball gets knocked free.
Come on,
but a
man.
teammate comes along and
Come on,
scoops it
Holmes.
up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 8 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
Thank you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Murray going to throw.
Yeah. Thank you.
Tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
Slicer.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Check, 59. Hey, let's get this. Go. Motion. March 59.
Throwing on first down. Cash. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. From the gun, Cash. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Hooked off by David Long. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hey, 96 is coming. We're going to Mike 96. Go.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he finds a man with a crossing route. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tight end right. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Check 4.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. We'll get 34 yards there.
No pressure up front.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First down, Murray. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there as time expires in the first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorites.
He's got daylight. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Texans push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. The second half, no matter what, well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here. And he coughed it up! And the Texans scoop it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Dancing to his left. That's caught inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now Murray. Forced out to his left.
This nigga technical
and this
style,
is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
He's coming. We got double up. Check 13.
Throwing again. Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's coming. Double up. Check safety. Let's go.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 6 yards away. And the Texans push further out in front. And he's such a talented tight end. Just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover it? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Mike 5'9".
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cash. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the twist. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Operating from the gun. Cash escaping the pressure right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll go right back to the ground with Falk. Past the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 45 yards on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike, check, 59. Here we go.
From the gun, Cash. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Hey, man. Watch the food. Mike,
On first down, Cash flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt,
the ball,
nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Come on, dog. This nigga dropped.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Reed.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Now they try the right side here. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Going to give this time to the tailback.
He picks him out of take him out of the end zone, though.
They say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. And Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
My boy Fuck just got hurt. He just got hurt, yo. I hope it ain't bad. That's my boy. Shit. That's my boy from from middle school and shit.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get off the field. Rush in.
Running out of the gun with Dixon.
Damn!
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cash.
Why you jump?
Is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
Really?
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
Y'all can go for it on 4th.
No pick, just
on my side of the ball, right? 35-yard line. Yo.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. On 4th down. Cash.
Yo, come on, Madden. What the fuck, yo? What's up with this game, man? This shit glitchy as hell, yo.
At the 23-yard line.
This shit glitchy as hell, son.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 22. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a jet first down. That would give left side
I don't need no Madden cuts, baby. I don't need no Madden cuts, baby. I don't need no Madden cuts, baby.
Touchdown, New York. A great
effort
there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. As his guys are back within a single score.
And they fucked me up.
Extra
off that
point right down the middle.
Too,
and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
That glitchy ass pick.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, We picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
53, Mike 53. Let's go. Anyone. Man up, deep, rock. Swing.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to make him do it again. They need that turnover.
He bounced off him. C.J. Mosley
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a third down. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, switch, go.
Murray now to throw.
Come here. Give me that. Oh, he jumping pick 6.
And it falls
Come on,
incomplete.
man.
Critical
Put that
play
thing on the
in
good
this
foot,
football
bro.
game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know
Yo, it's 4
that if they
for
pick up
5,
a first
bro.
down there
Put
and
that thing
continue
on
to
the
eat
good
away at the
foot.
clock, really increases their chances of
420.
closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Nah, he punting.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone
She
for
hit
a
on the button.
touchback.
She hit it on the button. She ain't hit it on the button.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
Yo, my
because
nigga
that
got
worked,
300
but you have to
rushing
be prepared
yards,
for
boy.
wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Because he keep playing all this pass
Clock running
defense
under
on me.
4
So
to
I was
play
like,
now
I'm
as they
taking
come up on
advantage of this
1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. A big pickup of 38.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him
nigga
to
out
continue to be
here-
productive
this
in
nigga
both
out
the
here
run
tanking
and
him, son.
passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
This nigga out here tanking him,
So the
son.
big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A run by Dixon. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits. And there's creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
What?
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's go, defense.
He's back to throw.
Yo, why didn't throw the ball when I was trying to throw
He's
the ball,
taken
dog?
down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Man.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation.
Yo, the nigga was
it's also fourth down.
Naked, son. I ain't even mad if this happens on some bullshit, dog. I ain't mad because I see Madden on some shit. I was trying to hit my tight end. Yo, I put both them. I put my fullback in the block.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. On 4th down, Cash. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Now left side on the swing pass.
Ashman.
Takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 84 yards. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
Check 43. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
I ain't calling timeout, bro. Not this play anyway.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
The ball
hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Yo, I ain't even mad at Madden, though. I'm mad at Madden.
They'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets,
she can't say
they fall
10.
2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Yo.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Yo, Beard. Yo, Beard. Yo, this nigga should have aired me, yo. I threw 5 picks with this nigga. He should have aired me, son. Yo, guess how many rushing yards I had, yo?